Greetings. I'm Kathy Green with Christian News and Interviews. I'm really confused about Chicago. And let me tell you why. The shootings that are going on in Chicago are off the chain, out of control. It's been going on for quite a while now. I've been waiting to hear from Black Lives Matter. I've been waiting to hear from the so-called woke crew. But what I'm hearing is crickets. If police officers were out here shooting these Black kids in the street, there will be no end to the number of people who will be out there chanting and throwing bottles and marching, so on and so forth. These Black children are being killed at the hands of other Black people. Namely, it's believed that they're being killed at the hands, in many cases, of gang members. Crickets. Look at this. Chicago shootings over Labor Day weekend leave 8 kids hurt and a boy 4 killed. Now, this is not new. This has been happening. So where is the pull-up crew? There's a crew of people who said that this is going to be pull-up summer, and they're going to pull up to people's houses. Well, where are you pull-up people? Why haven't you pulled up to Chicago? Listen to this. At least 280 children shot so far this year. Let me repeat that. At least, that means it could be more. 280 children shot so far this year. Did you catch that? 35 of them have died, according to Chicago police data. I ask again, where is the pull-up crew? Why are you not pulling up to this? Those of you who like to throw bricks through windows, where are you? Where are you? Black Lives Matter, the so-called Black leaders, where are you? This is an emergency. Where are you? It's shaping up to be a violently holiday weekend in Chicago, especially for children. At least 8 children have been injured, and a 4-year-old boy was killed in separate shootings across Chicago this weekend. 6 kids were shot in just 12 hours from Saturday night into Sunday morning. This means that 280 minors, at least, have been shot so far this year, and 35 of them have died, according to ABC Chicago data. We need to be in the streets screaming to the top of our lungs to save our children. Why have I heard nothing but crickets? One of the kids killed, his name is Michael Moultrie. The 4-year-old was shot twice in the head Friday around 9 p.m. when bullets fired on the outside of his father's Woodlawn home in the 6500 block of South Ellis flew in through an open window, according to police. His mother said, now check this out, they were in Chicago to visit his father for the holiday weekend. Well, the Chicago chief of police said that he doesn't understand why people are bringing their children into Chicago to visit, because it's too dangerous. So, because there's nothing going on but crickets here, we're not going to hear from Black Lives Matter, obviously, because this has been going on for years and nothing's been said. We're not going to hear from our so-called Black leaders. We're not going to hear from the woke crowd, and we're not going to hear from the pull-up crew. So my advice to people is, if you're living in Chicago and you can afford to get out, don't walk, don't hesitate, flee Chicago. If you have family members living in Chicago, it is too dangerous to visit. And for God's sake, don't send your child over there. This thing has become an out of control nightmare and tragedy. And all we're hearing is crickets. There's a $9,000 reward now offered for anyone who provides information that leads to an arrest and the boy's death. Guess what? Unless a police officer kills the child, nobody's going to come forward. Black lives only matter when it's a police officer who's doing the killing. So that $9,000 more than likely is going to sit there, because the world has become so warped that if you report on a crime, you'll be accused of being a snitch. So it's no longer okay to report a crime. Doing so can get you hurt. Doing so will get you labeled a snitch. So what that means is, in the Black community, you're supposed to sit there and smile while your family members are being killed. Some activists said, quote, "We are sick of it. Staking this hospital out, all these kids getting shot." Tell me about it. It's always some other offender, gang member, criminal network, some beef, and they're targeting some adult, and young people are nearby, and they are shot as innocent bystanders, he said. The police superintendent urged people to protect their children and asked those who knew they might be targeted to stay away from the innocent. This is about safety, our babies, he said. Well, I have news for the superintendent. The criminals are not going to stay away from children. Some of them are probably using children as shields. So they aren't going to stay away from children. I can tell you that right now. And when you're dealing with people who lack a conscience, they don't care. Check this out. Chicago police said that a 15-year-old was shot in the thigh at 10:25 p.m. at this in the 7,000 block of South Sangamon Street. Well, he's fortunate he wasn't shot in the head. The victim told police he was walking outside when a person was holding a gun while driving by in a white Honda. So, unbelievable. Oh, I'll read the last paragraph of this. It's personal for me. August the 16th, 2016, my son was murdered. Actually, not too far from here, said Jackie Geider, who lost her son to gun violence. It hits me in the heart, but I'm not here for my son. My son is gone. I'm out here for other sons and other mothers, sons and grandsons. That's why I'm here. Their gathering will end Monday with a rally at noon at Madison Street and Central Avenue. And so I end this report by asking again, where's the woke crew? Where are you? Where are the Black leaders? Where's Black Lives Matter? Where's the pull-up crew? Black children are being murdered daily. Where are you? Crickets.